Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. I'm making this video to answer a question that I see a lot when it comes to ClickFunnels and Facebook ads, and that's going to be what Facebook ad objective do we use for funnels? And I'm going to show you a couple example funnels, an opt-in funnel, a purchase funnel with a physical product. It doesn't matter. You're going to be using the same objective each time. You're going to use different events, and I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. And what you see on the screen right now is just a sample funnel that I have. And there's a couple different ones that I'm going to show you, but let me just kind of open these up in a new window. We have an opt-in funnel, right? This is the basic opt-in funnel. Let's say you're collecting emails. You're going to have an opt-in page. And of course, you're going to also have a thank you page. And these are just sample funnels that are inside of ClickFunnels. You could test these out and customize them, right? So this is the flow, right? You enter your email address, and then you get to the thank you page, okay? Now there's also going to be another one. Let's say you have a physical product that you're selling, and you have an order form, right? You'll have an order form over here. They'll enter in all the information to buy the product. And then, of course, they'll get to a thank you page once they complete the purchase. So these are our setups here, and this is for people who are kind of doing lead generation, right? These are people who are doing e-commerce. In any capacity, we're going to be using the exact same ad objective. So I'm over here on a brand new Facebook ad, right? And this is going to be what you see when you click Create Ad inside of your ad account. And these are the different ad objectives, and there's awareness, reach, engagement, which used to be called PPE or page post engagement, traffic, which is clicks to website. But it doesn't matter what we're selling. It doesn't matter if we have an opt-in page or a product page, a store, whatever. We're going to be using this objective right here called conversions. And if we press the little, or if we hover over the eye, it says drive valuable actions on your website. Okay, so if you looked at all these other objectives, for example, this talks about getting engagements on your posts, like on your Facebook posts. We don't care about that. We want stuff to happen on our site, right? In this case, we want a very specific event to happen. We want them to basically become a lead. We want them to opt in. Over here, we want them to check out, right, and purchase the product. But in any case, we're using the conversion objective. Okay, so this is step one of an ad. You're picking your objective. It's always going to be conversions. I don't care if you're doing opt-ins, purchases, whatever. You're going to be doing conversions. Okay, we'll come over here. We'll just name this test conversion campaign, and we'll go to the next spot here. Okay, now this is going to be where the event comes in. Okay, this will be a little bit different depending on what's going on. Okay, and I'm using a brand new ad account here, so there's probably not going to be anything shown here. But what we want to be using is an event that makes sense. Okay, so we're always using the objective conversions. The thing that's going to differ is going to be what event do you go after. Okay, now over here, we're obviously not going to be going for a purchase event. Over here, we're not going to be going for a lead generation event, right? So kind of answer the question here for each one. This setup for opt-ins, we're going to be doing website conversion, but we're going to be selecting lead generation. Okay, it's going to be lead, I believe, right down here. So we would optimize for lead. And don't worry if this is red. It just basically means there's no data in it yet. This is a brand new account that I'm working in. So you'll be able to run with lead. Okay, that's what we're going to set up here. And I'll show you the code setup in a second. Okay, now if we're doing a product, that doesn't make sense for us to do lead, right? This is talking about what event do we want to happen, right? Website conversion talked about different events that are going to happen on our site. The event here is lead. Okay, that makes sense for an opt-in, but for a purchase, obviously doesn't make sense. For a purchase, we're going to go directly to purchase. Okay, and some people want to use add to cart. I found that you just get way lower quality people when you're doing add to cart. You want to go with purchase no matter what. So it's going to be website conversion as your objective, and then either purchase or lead for your event. So let me show you how to set this up. And I have another video where I kind of walk through in depth how to set up the pixel on your ClickFunnels funnel, but you're going to absolutely need to do that. And what you first do is go into your settings of your funnel, and you're going to install what's called the base pixel code. Okay, this is going to be the code that gets placed right in this little area, head tracking code. We're literally going to paste in our base pixel code, and we're going to find that over here. Come into pixels in our little navigation. Again, I have a whole video showing this. I'm going to run through this pretty quickly. We're just going to take our pixel code. If you don't have a code, you're going to go ahead and create one. You're going to click manually install the pixel yourself. It's going to give you all this code. You're going to copy it, and you're going to place it right over here. Okay, you can't run website conversion ads, which is again the objective that you're going to use. You can't run website conversion ads unless you have this pixel installed and the event pixel code. So we have the base pixel here. We're just going to save this. Okay. Now what we need to do is install the specific event codes. You're going to see this on the next page. Different events that we can track. And you're going to see that there are all different types, and we can come over here and take a look at all different types of events that you could find. Here's lead, right? There should be purchase as well. Right here is purchase, Okay, and they're basically little snippets of code that you're going to add to the relevant pages, but they're not going to get added to every page like we did with the base code, right? We need to add them to specific pages, right? And basically, just without getting too in-depth in the code, this basically means this little snippet of code needs to fire. Fire basically means it needs to be included in the page where it makes sense. Okay, so if we're going to install the tracking code for a purchase, right, because we're running an ad, in this case, right, we want to track purchases, right, not opt-ins. In this case, we're doing a purchase funnel for a physical product. We need to track the purchases. Okay, so where are we going to put this little snippet of code? Well, we're going to come right over to our thank you page, not our lead generation thank you page, but our actual product thank you page. And I'll come over here and press edit. And what we're going to do is include the code inside of the settings and tracking code section right in the head. We're literally going to paste this in. Okay, so we grab this code from here. What is this saying? Well, when this page loads, we're going to fire this JavaScript, and it's going to track a purchase. Okay, you don't really need to worry about FBQ. This is just basically how the code is formatted. Just understand that when the page loads, it's going to do a Facebook pixel action. It's going to track, and the event that they're going to track is a purchase. So basically saying anytime this page loads, Facebook is going to be told, okay, a purchase happened. And why does that make sense? Well, when someone sees this page, of course, that means they've gotten to the order confirmation for a physical product purchase. So they've purchased, right? And then we'd want to track that event. Okay, just like if we were to come over here and we grab lead, I'm going to go and copy this. Now I'm going to save this and exit. And you could bet that I'm going to go right to this page now. Okay, now I'm going to do the lead. So we come over here, the thank you page for our opt-ins. We're going to edit the page. We're going to go right back to the same section up there in the settings. Settings, tracking code, and we're simply going to paste in that lead. Okay, we'll close this, and we'll save. Okay, and don't worry about that. We'll just save out of here. So what we also want to be aware is that we're not adding any code to the opt-in page or the order form page. Okay, why aren't we? Because those pages already are going to have the base code here. We don't need to include anything more than the base code on those pages. If you actually look in here, it says it's tracking a page view event. Okay, a page view is just basically a click. Okay, we don't need to do any of those specific events. But for the event tracking pages now, the thank you pages, in both of these cases, they now have the proper event code on here. So now we can go back into Facebook ads and we could actually go and create our ad, and those events that we set in the second portion, right? Step one, we selected conversions, and step two, we select the event, and those events are what we loaded onto the specific pages. What does that do? It allows Facebook to track. Okay, so now if we want to go and do lead ads, right, let's say we want to run ads to generate leads for our email list. Now we have the tracking set up correctly because, again, when people land on this page, right, once they become a lead, that little lead tracking code that we installed will fire. It will tell Facebook that's a lead, and that's how the tracking works. Okay, same thing for the purchase. Okay, so all you need to do, install your pixel, install your base code over here, and then on the specific pages, all you need to do, literally just copy and paste the specific Facebook conversion event. Okay, so to answer the question, what Facebook ad objective are you going to be using with ClickFunnels? You're always going to be using conversions. The only thing that's going to change is going to be the actual event that you use based on the goal that you want.